face, coming down, trying to prevent the layup, but that is just a hard hit. That's definitely going to be upgraded, I think, to a flagrant 2, Ryan.
I think that is going to be a flagrant 2.
A controversial ejection. A heated social media post. And one phrase that instantly sent the WNBA world into another firestorm: white privilege. Chicago Sky guard Dijonai Carrington posted those words shortly after being ejected against the Indiana Fever, and because the incident involved Sophie Cunningham, many fans immediately assumed the message was aimed directly at her. But Carrington is now pushing back on that interpretation. She says her post was not about Cunningham herself. Instead, Carrington says it was about something much bigger: consistency in WNBA officiating. And she's making it clear that she believes players should be treated the same regardless of their name, jersey, race, the score, or the circumstances. But here's where the controversy gets complicated. What exactly happened between Carrington and Cunningham, and why does Carrington believe the officiating needs to change? Let's break it down. The controversy erupted Saturday during the matchup between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. Carrington was involved in a physical play with Sophie Cunningham as Cunningham attacked the basket. As Cunningham went up for a layup, Carrington's left arm made contact with Cunningham's head and jaw. The impact sent Cunningham crashing to the floor. Officials reviewed the play and ultimately assessed Carrington a flagrant 2, resulting in her immediate ejection. Cunningham quickly got back to her feet and confronted Carrington, before Fever teammate Michaela Timpson stepped in and separated the two players. And then things moved from the basketball court to social media. Shortly after being ejected, Carrington posted 2 words on Threads: white privilege. She also tagged the Indiana Fever. That combination immediately created speculation. Many people interpreted the post as a statement about Cunningham and the flagrant foul. But Carrington says that wasn't what she meant. Responding to sports analyst Emmanuel Ako, who argued that the flagrant 2 decision was correct and criticized Carrington's post, the Sky guard insisted that people had made an assumption about her message. Carrington argued that she had never said the foul itself was white privilege. Instead, she said the post was connected to a broader issue she's been discussing for some time: consistency. And she strongly defended her understanding of the phrase she used. Carrington pointed out that she studied at Stanford before transferring to Baylor and argued that she understands the historical and social significance of the term. She said she would not use such language simply as a rhetorical weapon without what she believes is appropriate evidence. But the biggest clarification came when Carrington spoke to reporters before Chicago's game against Seattle. She was asked whether she believed Cunningham should also have received a technical foul for her reaction to the incident. Carrington's answer was revealing. She said she wants consistency across the board. Not just for one player. Not just for one team. And not just in one particular situation. She argued that the same standards should apply regardless of the name on a player's jersey, skin color, score, or the stakes of the game. And that is the heart of Carrington's argument. She believes inconsistent officiating creates frustration throughout the league. If one player receives a particular punishment for an action, Carrington believes similar actions should receive similar treatment from officials. And this isn't the first time WNBA players have complained about officiating. The issue has been building for years. Following increasing criticism, the league created a task force after the 2025 season to examine areas where officiating could improve. Yet controversies have continued. And that's why Carrington says this isn't simply about one foul. Her argument is that inconsistent calls can create tension between players, coaches, and officials, and potentially make already physical games even more difficult to manage. But there's another important part of this story. Carrington's original post specifically tagged the Indiana Fever. That naturally led many people to believe the message was connected to Cunningham. Carrington hasn't fully explained why she tagged the Fever, which leaves room for continued speculation. And because the incident involved a high-profile Fever player, the conversation quickly became much bigger than a single officiating decision. Some fans believe Carrington's explanation makes sense. Others believe the timing and wording of the post made it almost impossible to separate from the Cunningham incident. And now there's another question circulating. Should Carrington face additional discipline for the social media post? That depends on whether the WNBA determines that the post violated any league policies. But as far as Carrington is concerned, the main issue isn't about avoiding accountability for the foul. She's not arguing that the physical contact never happened. She's arguing for consistency in how situations like this are handled. And that distinction is important. The WNBA is in the middle of an era of unprecedented attention. Every controversial foul can instantly become a viral clip. Every technical can trigger thousands of reactions. And every player statement can become a national debate. That's why officiating has become such a sensitive issue. Players want protection. Fans want consistency. Coaches want clarity. And officials are under enormous pressure. Carrington says she has already spoken to the league about her concerns. Her message is that better consistency could eliminate much of the frustration surrounding officiating.